Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be reviewing this First Alert 9120B hardwired smoke alarm. This alarm features an ionization sensor, which means it's most sensitive to smoke particles from fast flaming fires. And as I said, this alarm is hardwired, meaning that this alarm will take 120 volt AC for full operation. However, in the event of a power outage, this alarm actually features a 9 volt battery backup, which means you will remain protected during power outages. And also, since this alarm is hardwired, you can interconnect this alarm with other compatible alarms out there. So if one sounds, they all will. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at this alarm's design. As usual with these First Alert alarms, the plastic on these are very thick, which is a very good sign. The horn on it looks good, along with the alarm's mounting base. If you're ever picky with alarm alignment, then this alarm is for you. Most First Alert alarms have a 90-degree alignment range. So if you literally just put it on there and just give it a brief twist like this, it literally locks in place. Or you can literally go to full 90, but again, literally anywhere in this 90-degree range, it will remain in place. So that's pretty awesome if you're ever picky with this alarm being aligned. What's very nice about this alarm's mounting base is that it comes with these two optional theft prevention locks, which you can use, which you can pop out of the space here, right here, which I'm not going to do right now. And you can use these locks. You can use one lock to lock this battery door here, and you can use the second lock to lock this alarm on the mounting base. So you can use those locks if you're ever worried with this alarm being tampered with. This is the wire harness it comes with. Very, very nice quality, I should say. It just plugs right in. Obviously, you follow these prongs, and to take it out, just give it one nice pull and it should pop right out. However, something I don't really love about them when you get them new, like this one here, is that these will obviously pop right off. However, this interconnect wire cap, you actually need a wire stripper for this. So yeah, you need a wire stripper in order to expose this interconnect wire. So that's something I don't really love about these harnesses. But other than that, they're very nice quality, I should say. I do like that this alarm has a little reminder label at the back, so you can easily know when to replace it after 10 years of continuous operation. I do like the single button for test and hush. So whatever this alarm is doing, this button will immediately do the work for you. Under normal conditions, it will act as a test button, and if this unit is an alarm, it will act as a hush button, so you can easily silence unwanted alarms. Here are the side vents for smoke detection. I will say these are nice quality side vents over here. Very, very efficient smoke detection, I should say. And I'm not sure if you can see it, therefore I'll remove the alarm from the mounting base. I'm not sure if you can see it, there it is. Over here is your ionization sensor. As you can see, it is a metal ionization sensor, which is very good to see, as some cheaper ones out there are plastic. There are two visual indicators on this alarm. The one at the bottom has a green LED. This one is only on if it's connected on AC power. So if you see a steady green LED on here, that'll indicate it's running on AC power. However, if you see it doing 2 seconds on, 2 seconds off, then it's telling you that smoke has previously been detected, which is a very useful feature actually, because it'll tell you if it detected any hazardous conditions while you were away. In order to reset this, just give the test button a quick push, and it's now back to normal. Over here is your standard red LED, which will tell you that the alarm is operating, and it will also tell you if this unit is detecting any hazards. The battery replacement method on this alarm is actually very easy. you might notice this little lump on the side. That is actually the battery drawer. All you have to do is just pop that off and then take off the battery and then put a new one, positive at the right, negative on the left, and then close that up and you're good to go. You don't even need to remove the alarm from the mounting base or disconnect it from the wire harness. It's that easy. The test sequence on this alarm is pretty straightforward. It's just a simple push and hold to test, which I'll go ahead and demonstrate. And there we have it. That is the alarm design reviewed. Now I'm going to be giving it an actual test. I'm going to be smoke testing this alarm with canned smoke, and I will be interconnect testing on this alarm with some other first alert alarms. I will not be using real smoke as that's going to be way too dangerous to set up. So let's go ahead and mount this alarm on ceiling and we'll give it a quick smoke test. Here's the testing setup. I have this alarm attached on ceiling, ready to go. And over here is my can of smoke saber, which I'll be using to simulate a real fire emergency. This test will be split in multiple categories as follows. 1 being the number of sprays, and number 2, alarm response time. I will also be testing the hush feature on this alarm to ensure that this alarm will stop sounding when the hush button is pushed. Let's get this test underway. As you saw, the alarm was able to detect the canned smoke. The alarm operation was pretty good. It detected the canned smoke pretty quickly, and it was able to stop sounding right after the hush button was pushed. Now off to the interconnect test. Alright, here we go, final test. Alright, this will be an interconnection test. We're going to first transmit the signal to these 3 devices. Here we go. There we go. Now we're gonna make this receive the signal. We're gonna set this one off. Here we go. There we go. That passed the test as well. This has been a full review and test of the First Alert 9120B hardwired smoke alarm. On a rating scale of 1 being the worst and 10 being the best alarm, I'm going to give this alarm a 9 out of 10. The only reason why I'm not giving this alarm a 10 is because I have heard that this alarm has been way too sensitive at times to cookie smoke, even if this alarm is not even close to the kitchen at all. So that's really my only complaint, is that this alarm could be a little too sensitive for cooking particles. Even if the house does not get filled with smoke, it could still go off at times. So that's literally my only complaint. Other than that, detection is really good, and this alarm basically performs flawlessly. So yeah, I do recommend this alarm. I do highly recommend this alarm for a home and small commercial settings, such as apartments and hotels, as long as they're not close to the kitchen, of course. So that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think about this alarm and if you will buy one. And if you want to request an alarm to be reviewed, let me know in the comments. And if I happen to have that alarm in my collection, I will very gladly review it for you. Anyway, that's going to do it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon.